Hi everybody, it's Kim and welcome to another episode of Come Spin With Me. I believe this is episode 14. Pretty exciting. Anywho, this week I have the obligatory shedding of the hair. The obligatory fiber prawn / porn. I'm going to be spinning the Hello Yarn Club Fiber. Again, the fine merino. I've got the package back there, I'll grab it. Wicker something. Pardon me. Oh! And I'm back. The Wickerwork is what I'll be spinning in the spinning segment. And I also have a couple of other things to show you. And of course, did not set the timer, and I'm getting text messages. I'm sorry. And I've got, see that weird part in my bangs? I've got that weird part in my bangs. Okay, when are we gonna start? There we go. Oh my God, seriously? Okay, that's it. It's not even gonna work. It's just, I'm not even gonna use it. Turning the phone off. I am really, really sorry. Here, I'll get a sippy. Homage to the Bunmeister. Okay, so I was saying that I had a couple of other things that I wanted to show you this week as well, and then we'll get to the spinning part of the show. So, let us start off, before I get to fiber porn, with my new boyfriend / girlfriend / obsession. I have to show you this. It's not spinning. It's not even really spinning related, other than the fact that when I was shopping in my stash for yarns to do this project with, I did have a hand spun alternative, but I have to show you guys my new boyfriend. That's right. I feel like I could marry these socks. How cool is this? Colorwork socks. I will put a link to the pattern page from Ravelry down in the description, but they are called Starry Starry Night socks. I saw them first on Stephanie Pearl McPhee's. My ice maker just scared my dog to death. Sorry, puppy. I saw them on Stephanie Pearl McPhee's blog. She is doing them in the traditional cream or white and navy blue, and hers are absolutely gorgeous. I had some hand spun navy blue that I posted a picture of on Instagram as one of my choices, but then ultimately went with this is a Cascade Heritage silk sock, so it's a silk blend sock yarn in cream. And then the red is actually a skein of Woolmies that I obtained from a very good friend. You know who you are, Dawn. I don't think she watches this, but if she does, thank you, Dawn. I finally found something worthy of the Woolmies. Anywho, I have been so obsessed with this sock that I have done almost nothing else. That was my second cast on for Cast On a Palooza. And my first cast on was Basil, the Brontosaurus that I showed you guys last week. And I cast that on and worked on it until I finished it too. So I'm still doing the log cabin blanket squares as well. But I just wanted to show you, that's my new boyfriend. I am so obsessed with that sock. Okay, let's move on to fiber porn for this week. And I've got fibers from the standards, Southern Cross Fibers, David. Another from 2If by Hand, dyed by Jalen, and then I have another Hello yarn that I brought down that was one that I got, pardon me, I think I got it in a D-stash, but I just thought I'd show you those. So, first fiber porn for today is a fiber from David of Southern Cross, and this one is called Burke, and it is a merino tussa silk blend, and oh my God, I'm obsessed with this fiber. Ugh, there's so much glare. I'm really sorry about that. But it's a creamy white, a dark deep brown, some kind of grayish blue, and then moving into almost a navy. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it is so soft. I wish you guys could, there's a little bit without glare. I'm not even sure that's focused, but I wish you guys could feel it. It's just amazing. And I think I have, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in my stash, buried deep down, a sweater lot of this. I think I have enough. 4 or 5 bumps, I think, is what I ended up with. Okay, and then speaking of sweater lots, I have another one of those, also from David at Southern Cross. This is one of his semi-solids in the colorway pomegranate, and this is in my favorite fiber blend, which is Polworth and any kind of silk. And this one is Polworth and Bombyx silk, and it's called, again, pomegranate. And it's kind of a blue-based red. It fluctuates in depth. When I spin this up, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. If I need more hours in the day and more days of the week. Don't we all kind of? But anyway, this is an absolutely beautiful semi-solid of his that I adore. Next in the fiber porn, let's do Jalen's. Oops. Ah! I lost my orifice hook. Oh my God. I'll get it later. This is a fiber from Two of by Hand. Again, it was dyed by Jalen. It was part of a fiber club called the Secret Circus. And this is a, let's see, 7525 BFL silk blend. My next favorite blend next to Polworth silk is BFL silk. And this one is called Diving Horses. This one has, this is kind of an acidy greenish yellow. It is a yellow, but it's more on the acid greeny side that's just not picking up very well in the viewfinder. There's some deep brown, and then also some beautiful purpley blues with a little bit of teal in there. And this blend will spin up into a super fine single if I want it to, because silk, for some reason, whenever there's silk in the blend, I spin very thin, even thinner than usual, which is saying something for me. And this, I think, would make some beautiful sock yarn. Beautiful, beautiful. It would make some nice shawl yarn too, but with only one bump, I think it would be better off as socks. Okay, and then last but not least is a Hello Yarn. It was Fiber Club for January of 2012, and I did get this in a D-stash. It's BFL, and it's called Burnished is the colorway. And again, I'm sorry about the glare. I would take this out, but it's loose and hasn't been braided. This has some beautiful, almost periwinkle, blurple, bluish purple, and then a bunch of golds. And it's absolutely gorgeous. If you look up on Ravelry, if you look up Burnished or Hello Yarn Burnished, and you look in people's stashes, or look for hand spun, you'll find some of this spun up, and it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so that's it for fiber porn. Sippy time. And let me go ahead and pause now. I will get set up, and then I will come back and we will do the spinning portion of today. So be right back. Okay, and we're back, and we are ready to start the spinning segment of today's video. I hope this angle is okay. I don't think you're seeing quite as much of the wheel as you usually do, but hopefully you're seeing enough of it. Again, we are spinning, or I am spinning, the Hello Yarn Fiber Club for May called Wickerwork, and it's a 21 micron merino wool top. Beautimous. I've already spun one bobbin of this for my 3-ply, and I am now starting, just now starting the second bobbin. And since this is my first, I just put this new bobbin on, I'm going to have to adjust the tension a little bit to get it where I like it, because it wasn't set up. But this looks like it's working. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Actually, for a change, I am. Work has been work, but it hasn't been horrible. It's actually been a decent week. I've been home, working from home so far, and I will be going into the office later this week. We've got a big muckety muck from the home office who we just were put under, who's coming into town to see us for the second time, and so that should be interesting. I think my boss is a lot more nervous about that than we are. But it's been a decent week. I took the puppy swimming over at the neighbor's house yesterday, and she had a wonderful, wonderful time, as she always does. They are so good to her. My neighbors are just fabulous. I love them dearly. I do, and they have 2 yellow labs, 2 males, Sam and Ben. Sam, the younger, will not swim, and Ben will swim, but only a little bit. He's not nuts about it, but boy, Amy was born for the water, and I swear you cannot stop her. When I get her to their house, she will push their front door open. If it's not latched, she'll go right in their house, and she beelines straight to the back door, out the door, and into the pool. There's no stopping, there's no hesitating, there's no saying hello, and if I don't get her leash and collar off fast enough, they go in the pool too. I always have to call ahead to make sure that Char is not in the water when I come over, because if she is, my Amy would jump right on her head. She would not look before she leapt. So we always call ahead to make sure that Char is not in the water, for safety's sake. So I'm having to make some additional adjustments to the tension here, just to get it to draw on a little bit more. Got my hair in my face. I just absolutely love this merino. This is going to be such a wonderful yarn when it's finished, I can already tell. I'm going to love it. The prep on this fiber is incredible, absolutely incredible. There are no lumpies, bumpies, no VM, which stands for vegetable matter, which is quite common in some fibers, because obviously these all come from sheep and they all live outside. So a lot of times when you get a fiber, there will be a little bit of grass or straw or something, just little pieces. But this, not even, not an ounce of anything other than beautiful, extra fine merino. And it's spinning up to such a nice fine single, and when I 3-ply these together, the yarn is going to be so soft. You know, and the more I spin with it, the more I think, you know, I was thinking when I first set out to spin this that it would probably be socks. I would end up making a nice sock yarn and knitting up some socks with it. But you know, the more I'm spinning it and the more I feel how soft it is, and it doesn't have any superwash in it, so it's definitely, if it were socks, it would be something that would have to be hand washed, and I would have to be very careful not to wear them at any time of year, which means 11 months out of the year, where my feet might get sweaty, because I wouldn't want to felt my socks. But the more I'm spinning this, the more I'm thinking that this would make a lovely baby surprise. I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. The thought of knitting something for a sweet little baby out of something that you have to hand wash kind of makes me hesitate, just because knowing my experience with my son as a baby, I don't think he ever wore anything that he didn't spit up on when he was little. So it doesn't help to have something that gets spit up on that you then can't throw in the laundry. And new parents, I remember how exhausted I was, and I don't think I looked at what I threw into the washer most of the time. I was in a daze, I was exhausted. So maybe not a baby surprise, but I'm thinking this probably isn't going to end up being socks either, so we'll see. heck, it doesn't have to be anything. Yarn is a finished object, you know. So if any of you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, be prepared to be inundated by emoji. And I want to apologize in advance for that because I am totally geeking out on it. But for those of you that have iPhones, you've had emoji, and I'm sure that they are old news and you're bored with them by now. But for those of us on Android, emojis were, until very recently, impossible to get. And today, the keyboard app that I use just got an upgrade, and I have emoji. So I have been obsessively texting and messaging people with 8,000 emojis, including my husband, who is at work, and I'm sure does not appreciate the fact that I am emoji texting him every few minutes. Every time I see a new one I like, I'm sending it. So to save our marriage, I will probably be spamming emoji to Twitter and Instagram, so look out, people. Just saying. Look out. Oh, this is just so pretty. It makes me want to spin more as soon as I stop filming, but as you have already seen, I have a new boyfriend. He is very jealous of my time. So when I stop filming this, I will get back to work, and then after work, I will get back to my beautiful colorwork sock. Oh, but this is lovely. This is lovely fiber. Adrian is a genius. God, I wish you guys could feel this. It is just so springy and soft. And oop, there's another buttered popcorn section. I think I said that last time, that the section that I was spinning looked like buttered popcorn, and I add another section like that, that as I spin it, that's what it looks like as it's winding on. So nice, so nice. Okay. And there goes my timer. Okay, so I have just under a minute to say goodbye. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for joining me for another episode. I really appreciate it. I had fun spinning with you and showing off some fiber porn, and I'll see you next week. And until then, look at Twitter and Instagram for my emojis. Let's do one final sippy sippy, shall we? See you next week, you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.